Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is my first video in SQL playlist. I hope you guys like it. If you feel I have to improve anything either in the content that I will be sharing or the explanation, please let me know so that I can improve in the further videos. Okay, let's get started. In this video, my main intent is to cover what is database and types of databases and what is SQL. Okay. So first we will see what is database. So a database is organized collection of data. A database is nothing but a place where you can store all your data. Okay, it is mainly this database is used to add or insert your data or update your data or delete your data, or you can retrieve the data from the database. For example, you will go to bank, right? There you will do some transactions with your data. Like for example, you can debit some amount from your account or you can credit some amount to your account. Everything is one transaction. It is related to data. It will generate some or the other data. So you are having 1000 rupees. Let's say your name is A and you are crediting 500 amount to this particular account with related to person A. So this transaction is associated with some data like name, account number, then amount and transaction type. So let's say this is the data that you will be in. If you are doing one transaction, means you are generating this much amount of data. So for further analysis, you need this data to be stored in some place, right? So that place is nothing but database. And this data will be stored in such a way that it will be easy to insert and easy to update and delete and retrieve operation. That is nothing but organized collection of data. In database, mainly we have two types of database, okay? One is relational database and another one is non-relational database, that is NoSQL database. So in the relational database, data will be stored in tabular format. Tabular format means the data will be stored in the form of rows and columns. Okay. Rows are nothing but the data is in the relational database. Tables are connected to each other. For example, let's say we are having two tables, that is student table and the course table. In the student table, we are having fields like ID, name and codes. These are called fields or columns or attributes. And the data that is stored in the table is nothing but we can call these things are records. We have three records. So these are called records or rows or tuples. Okay, so this is nothing but tabular format where data will be stored in the form of rows and columns. And in the relational database, tables are connected. So for example, in the student table, we are having this ID column, and in the course table, we are having mainly two attributes, that is ID and fee. So this student table ID column is connected to this ID column in the course. This is how we can connect the tables inside the database. So database is nothing but, in simple terms, I can say like collection of tables. Then tables is nothing but collection of rows and tuples, and columns. Let's go to Non-relational database. So in the NoSQL database, data is not stored in the particular structure. Means for the NoSQL database, data is not having any structure. Then we can go with NoSQL database. So it can be stored in some flexible structure, whether it can be JSON format or it can be key value pairs, or it can be even can be XML or anything. This type of data we can store using NoSQL databases. For example, we are having MongoDB as such example. So this NoSQL database mainly we can use it in big data applications and some real-time apps where we are not sure which type of data it is going to generate, like whether it can generate JSON data, whether it can generate images or videos, anything. In such cases, we have to go with NoSQL database. Then application with changing data structure. As I told, it can be if in the real time, if we are not sure with the type of data that we are receiving, then we have to go with non-relational DBs. Then comes SQL. What is SQL? So as I told earlier, database is nothing but a collection of data, right? A place where we can store all our data. So if we want to query this data, then we need some intermediate thing which will allow us to query the data stored in DBMS, right? That is nothing but SQL. So SQL is nothing but structured query language. SQL is a language used to communicate with the database. For example, you have to add some data to your database, or you have to modify your database, like adding data, inserting data, deleting data, or retrieving data. These operations can be performed using SQL. The basic retrieval syntax. In further videos, I will cover all these operations with examples. For now, we'll just see some simple operation that we will be performing on the database using the SQL. Select star from table name. This is the basic select command to retrieve some data from the table. For example, you are having students DB and students table. You want to retrieve all information from this student table. Then you can just write the command select star from students. This star indicates all columns. If you want to retrieve any column, you have to specify that column name. Yeah, this is all about the first video of basic understanding of SQL and DBM database. Please let me know if any corrections that I have to make in further videos. Thank you for watching. Please stay tuned for further videos. Thank you.